The little rocket mouse. So finally back on it. We're going to be on this for a little heavy because we are caught up on projects. Had to went ahead and cleaned off the workbench, put new paper down, and so we're going to go ahead and be a little heavy on the little rocket mouse. So where I left off, I went ahead and put the tank lights on, put the driver's hatch in, the I call it the driver window. Actually, this part should have actually went underneath. And I already glued the top on, so of course I got to make it hard on myself. So I took the periscope that goes in there and basically just cut it in half, and I glued the top part on, and glued the little guard that goes on top, glued that on, and we are good to go on that. So I'm just trying to pick and do the little parts that go in the hull, try to accomplish that, like the little guard that goes here, and a couple other ones. And then I started doing the photo etch for the grill, which I haven't glued down yet, but anyway, I wanted to, always got to test fit before you glue, it's just one of those things. The lights, I got to add, and I'm probably going to stretch some sprue. There's a little cable that comes from the light to the, goes somewhere into here. They give you little channels for it, but it needs the little, little wire that comes to it. I'm not a real big fan of the lights, but I added it this time because I wanted to add just kind of odd stuff, because lights in especially German armor, they were always gone, knocked off, first thing to be knocked off on the tank, and it's why you always saw the especially like on Tigers, you see the light like dead center. At least they wouldn't somewhat hit it, but I noticed on especially Tiger tanks, ones that are always on the side, they were just completely knocked off. So anyway, I wanted to add it and add a few, and I'm going to probably add a couple other things to it. I'm probably going to add a little stowage to it, because you don't see it on a mouse, and especially on my little rocket mouse, and I think that would look cool. But anyway, we're plugging along on the little rocket mouse, so hopefully I get a little more done this week on that. And I got to remember where I left off, because I done forgot. So anyway, I'm going to add a little more detail to the rocket here, just to hide some of the magnets, especially once you get paint on, you're not going to actually see it. But anyway, other than that, rocking and rolling on the little rocket mouse. I'm all caught up. I really don't have a whole lot to build this time for other people, so I'm probably going to build something for myself. And I've been leaning toward, I want to build a Gundam kit. And when I say Gundam, this is from Full Metal Panic. This is an M9 Gernsback. This is the commander type. They also have a I want to say a soldier type, and I got them at the hobby store, and I'm going to probably end up getting one and putting one together. I think they look badass. I think they don't necessarily need to be painted, the Full Metal Panic show version. I think they would look cool just, painted, heavily weathered, with the strap here on the gun and everything. That's what I'm leaning towards. So I'm probably get that, and I think I want to build one of those. I think it would be just a change of pace, simple build, paint and weathering. That's what we're looking for. But anyway, I think it's there he is. If you can actually see it, that's just a. Plus they got big honking gun, and I like the I want to say generic, soldier type Gundams. I just think they look cool, and I like to do the obscure anyway. But anyway, that's probably what I'm going to do next, so we'll see what happens between now and then. But anyway, that's what I've got going there. We're probably going to start the M9 Gernsback if we get it here, and the little rocket mouse is slowly getting its accessories. So that's what I got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.